What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's episode of the Majority Rules Podcast. This is a super different episode, as we're going to call this the Majority Rules Podcast Unscripted. We're in a different room, different setting, no headsets, just this mic. We're just going to be talking about basketball because it's Thanksgiving break. We're the only people here on campus, and so why not just do something like this, have a little fun. So, guys, introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are, your year, maybe where you're from if you feel like it.
I got you. I'm RJ VanBeber. I'm a senior. I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
I'm Ben Sims. I'm a freshman. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, and I play point guard.
Yeah.
I'm Griffin Levine. I'm the assistant coach on the staff, and I'm from Dallas, Texas.
So a lot of Bama love here. We love that, and then coach is holding it down from Texas. All right, we're just gonna talk literally. Normally we have the stereotypical questions that we ask the people that are on here. We're not doing that for this one. We're just gonna talk, have a good time. First question, Coach. How many points, if you played against our team, would you drop against us?
We got to talk about my different stages of my college career, but prime Griffin before the injuries, prime Coach Levine, at least 20.
Okay.
At least 20.
Okay.
See, he lowballed. I thought he was going to go higher.
No.
Well, I said at least. I was averaging 20. I'm hitting
I thought
my
you were
average
going to say at least like
for sure.
35 or something.
Okay, but are we considering, so since he runs our scouting, if he was playing against us, would we not have the scout on him? Like, would we have a different kind of scout on him?
Would you
we had
give
the
us a
scout
proper
on
scout on you?
Yeah, you could have the scout.
We would have to hope Coach K would give us the
Yup,
scout.
have the scout, yeah. But am I technically coaching my team as well?
That's a good question.
I'll coach the team while you're playing against us.
All right, so I'm coaching the team. Yeah, I have at least 20.
At least 20.
Y'all forget that I installed the defense, so
You did create the defense.
I might know where the openings are.
We've also been susceptible, whatever that word is, to big games, so you might go off.
Yeah, I think I'd have at least 20, and I think some people might have different things to say about that, but I'll shout out a couple guys who I've played ones with before, and
go ahead, let's hear that.
I've won some spots.
Against who? Let's go ahead and hear the names of spots.
I'll call out Caleb Kent.
Caleb
first. He's the one who denies it the most. Davion James was also there. But yeah, did win a spot. I don't have my legs anymore underneath me, so it's just pick and choose, and I was just like, you know what, this is my spot, and I can't guard, but not a lot of people can guard me either, so.
Yeah. You used to dunk back in your day, right?
Not really. I mean, if you count rim grazers during warm-ups, then yeah.
That's a dunk.
It's actually, I didn't expect that. It's actually surprising.
Yeah. So you always make fun of us, or you made fun of us one day because we were talking about like our high school career highs, and you're like, that's what I averaged in college, and so that's just. Coach Levine was a bucket back in the day.
1,000-point scorer, by the way.
In college,
yes.
Yeah. All right, Ben, you're a freshman. Tell us what your college experience has been like. You're here, your first time here.
Okay, my college experience, it's been pretty cool so far, especially because I think Millsaps is like it's like my parents describe it as like a hidden gem, like Birmingham Southern was. Like everyone described Birmingham Southern as like the small gym. This like in like the South, and I feel like the same with Millsaps. Like it's a small little place, but the community is really tight, and you kind of know everybody. And I think it's been pretty cool to have my first year as like in like a small school like this, as opposed to going to like a really big school and not knowing anybody. But it's been really cool. I've really enjoyed it, and I think obviously having the team that we have has been a lot more fun. I think we're all really close, and we have a really good relationship. We all do things together off the court, so it's been pretty good. It's been pretty cool, and I've enjoyed it a lot for sure.
Yeah, something we can all touch on before I ask you a question, RJ. Just the culture on this team has been super fun. Just we can talk about stories for a little bit of just fun stories we have from this year's team. But I mean, I feel like just in general, we hang out off the court all the time. Coach K, I feel bad for you. He says he offers us these enticing things like milkshakes, and we earn the milkshakes. And it's just fun times we go. Last night we were at Chick-fil-A, had a good time. Coach K's saying we have to run because Caleb made his name Connor, which is Coach K's name. Just fun stuff like that. Everybody laughs, just stuff like that. So we can just talk about stories that we have and just fun things that we've done team-wise. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we got a good group of guys. It's been fun. I think my dad called me after our last game, and he gave us the compliment of this has been his favorite team that he's watched me coach, which is a testament to you guys. Y'all play hard, and y'all play the way that we're asking you to play, and are really bought in. But also, I think you can tell the chemistry on the court. And it's not just on the court, but our bench is awesome.
Bench mob.
Yeah, the bench mob is awesome. And it's fun. You know, it's fun. We talk about in practice and games, like when we're engaged and we're energetic like that, it just makes life a lot more fun. And I mean, there's stories that I could go for days on guys saying stupid things and and having fun. But you know, y'all do at the end of the day. Y'all lock in when we need to, and we work hard. So for me, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good shake-up, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I would say it's the work-play balance of our team.
Yeah.
Like we definitely do know when to like lock in, but there definitely comes a time where we're kind of goofing off and stuff like that. But it always comes at the right time, if that makes sense. Like he said, I could tell a million stories about it, and guys saying stupid stuff. But at the end of the day, it's more just like we definitely have really good chemistry, and we all joke around. But we know when it's time to lock in and like really get stuff done.
Yeah. And for us, that was like one of the first things that Coach K said when we met with him in whatever that was last year.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to have fun, but you got to know when to lock in.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done that. Maybe there's a few instances. All right, RJ, we're going to get to you. You're a two-sport athlete, RJ.
Yeah.
At the collegiate level. That's something that not a lot of people can say. What's it like balancing both of those? There are two seasons that run back-to-back into each other, so you miss a little bit of baseball going into it. Hopefully this year you'll miss more baseball than usual. So just tell us how it is managing this baseball-basketball balance.
Man, it's a little tough, I gotta be honest. You know, I come here in August, and I'm playing fall ball until October, and then we start official practice with the basketball team October, and we play till March, and then once, you know, March hits, you know, hopefully after we've won a few championships with the team this year, then I'm back with the baseball guys until May, so I really never get a break. You know, I don't get a spring break. We get a short Thanksgiving and a short Christmas, but I mean, just the biggest thing is just trying to find a way to be good with your time management. You know, make sure that, you know, you're sleeping when you can and you're studying when you can, and just make sure you do everything you need to, you know, and just have a social life when you can. You know?
Yeah, that I couldn't do it.
No, two sports is crazy.
Yeah, especially doing this stuff too.
Yeah.
Never
You can't work a job, like
Yeah, facts, no job, just sports.
And you show up with RJ energy every day, which is even more impressive.
Yeah, RJ
That's
energy,
actually-
guys.
yeah.
If you need to, everybody needs a day with RJ. I think RJ. We need a day in the life
RJ
with
day in
RJ.
the life.
I think we need to make it.
That's what we need to do. Get one of our TikTok boys, Colt or Zach or Q. Q's TikTok's blowing up. Leaf review.
Leaf
Leaf
review.
review.
Yeah,
Leaf
I haven't
check
seen it
that
yet.
out.
Maybe they'll
Yeah.
pop up on my
Mateus,
page.
go keep
Hey, you're
Mateus'
talking about it,
TikTok.
I love it.
The Leaf review. Yeah, but some of our TikTok boys, they need to get a day in the life with RJ.
I was
That'd
walking
be fun.
outside the hack yesterday trying to find good leaves. I was walking in my car.
The
Shout out
impact.
to you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you got Zach. What videos does Zach make?
I remember he did like the basketball one.
Oh yeah, Zach makes some basketball content. Colt, he makes golf content. Q, he makes leaf content. We got a diverse group of
Very
guys
broad
making
variety.
TikToks.
Luke was looking for leaves too at Sanderson.
Yeah, Luke was probably going.
He goes by like which ones
Yeah.
are crunchy enough.
That's what Q does. Yeah, he does a crunch review. Yeah. So boys, we are 5-0.
Yeah.
We are.
We're not stopping there, but that's a good start.
Yeah.
What do y'all think's played into that? Because we're 5-0 against teams that we were, I think it was 7-1 against last year, or 1-7 against last year. So, what do you think's led to this 5-0 start?
Who wants to start?
I can go.
Yeah.
I think Coach Ken, Coach Levine do like a phenomenal job of keeping it in like that next game mindset. You know, we've won some games against teams that, you know, in the past years we haven't won against. But it was like one thing I noticed was like, man, we played Belhaven, and we finished the game, we won, and Coach was automatically like, all right, we gotta get ready for the next game. And I love that. I love how it's always we're 0-0. You know,
Yeah.
he talks about it all the time, that 0-0 mentality, and to attack each day with the best effort and the best mentality that we can, and not be content with where we're at because we want to get somewhere greater. So I think that has played a key role into it. And then just like we said earlier with the culture, everybody's bought in. You know, everybody wants to see the best for each other and wants everybody to succeed. So I think when you have a group like that who wants to perform like that, you're going to have great things happen. And then just, stuff like the cold tubs and we'll probably talk about that some more, but
Yeah,
just
we'll
like the
talk
cold tubs and like the boots, like just really focusing on the recovery, that's winning basketball stuff right there. So that's what I would say.
And I agree with that. I think there's a lot to it. I'd say the first part is, and I remember this from like early season, we were kind of doing open gym and stuff like that, but our teammate Cole Donnelly said, he's like, yeah, I played on, he's a transfer from Covenant. He was like,
also
I played,
a D3 school.
Also a D3 school. He was like, I've played and I've seen a lot of D3 teams, and we're pretty nice. Like, we are deep. Like, everyone can kind of see when we were playing pickup early in the season before official practice started that, like, the level of talent was really deep. And I think once you have the talent, it's kind of just a matter of putting the pieces together. And I think Coach Levine and Coach K have done a really good job of that. And how they've like schematically created things and kind of exploited our advantages as a team.
Yeah.
And applying that, we've just done a really good job applying that. I think that's a credit to us, and I think that's why we're 5-0. And the culture too, like I would like to talk about that, like RJ did, is that we're all bought in. I think we've continuously bought in more and more as we've seen success, which is really good. But yeah, I think we're all just locked into. We're all bought in, and there's a lot that goes into being 5-0. But I think those are probably the biggest two factors to me.
Coach.
No, yeah, y'all hit on a lot of it, and we tell y'all all the time, like, it doesn't really matter what we schematically do if y'all don't believe in it.
Right.
So, I mean, it really is a credit to y'all buying in to what we're asking you to do, but also we talk about it a lot. Like, are we going to be proud of ourselves 2 hours after the game, or an hour after the game, or we come into halftime? We're going to be proud of what we put on the court, and. There's been a lot of games that I'm a D3 freak. I watch a lot of D3 basketball. But there's a lot of games that, teams win that they probably shouldn't win. And that's just because most of the time it's whoever, goes out there and works the hardest every single night. And I'm not going to say that all through our 5 games we've been perfect at that, but we've been good enough at it and we're getting better at it to a point where it's going to be hard to compete with y'all if every single night we come out with that kind of energy, and that kind of juice that we talk about every single day. So, and then even through the short lows of the season that we've had, just some back-to-back practices that just weren't great. It's another testament to y'all that when we challenge y'all step up to the challenge and you don't back down. And Coach K's being mean to me, or Coach Levine's being mean to me. It's coming from a place of love, and we're just trying to get y'all to what we know y'all can be and not just accept where we're at. So, like I said earlier, it's been fun being able to coach you guys just because of the amount of buy-in that there's been. There's never been like coach, I don't think this is going to work. It's always like, let's do it. Let's run it. And it has been a lot of fun. And 5-0 is what it is. We could be 2-3. We could be 1-4. I'm just happy with the way we're playing right now, which is the most important thing. And I'm hoping that by the time we get to that January conference schedule, we'll be looking even scarier. So
right, yeah. You talked about like when we get challenged. I think you talked about it as well. The bounce back that we have. There's been 2 ugly film sessions that we've had. One after a game, one after practice, where just they pulled out a little bit of good, a lot of bad, and a lot of ugly. But y'all both talked about the response that we've had, and I think that's huge for us as we pull. Like, we see the film don't lie, is what Coach K always says. The film doesn't lie, and so we go back and watch. If you look at yourself and you see like, okay, this is really bad, you're going to respond. I think that's something we've done really good at that's helped. But now let's talk about the cold tubs. This has been a hot a point of tension on this team. Is our coaches love the little cold tub that we have downstairs. It fits about 7 people in there. Barely 7 people. We
might be overflowing.
It overflows when we get 7 in there, and that's even worse. But yeah, thoughts on the cold tub?
I mean, well, I'm a cold shower advocate, so I'd say I love the cold tub.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna lie. There's some guys on our team who might not like it. You know, shout out to Davion and Caleb Kent.
Don't forget Cam Lumar.
That's a good one.
He's moved to Group 1, but y'all forget that he is just as bad as the rest of them.
I forgot. You know, he wants to get out of there quick, so that's probably why I forgot about him. I just know that last group, there's a lot of guys who just don't want to be in there. You know, Luke's got to always bring in the headphones. To lock in.
People have to dial in. It's like there's a middle preparation.
Yeah, like Cam has to have, like, there's 3 songs that have to play while he's in there. He's like, he puts his phone on the side, and if you're not in, he's got his headphones on, and he's yelling at you to skip the song if he's not loving it, because he's got to lock in. Yeah. But I mean, it helps.
Yeah,
I think it helps. We're 5-0, so we can't change it now.
Yeah.
But basically, every night before a game, we're in there. See, what y'all don't, you got to go hot shower right after.
See, I could go either way. I could go cold shower later.
I remember when we did the cold tub and then went right into film. For those that don't know, the skybox, like that room, is
so cold.
freezing cold.
It's freezing.
And I was sitting in there, and I was literally like watching film while shaking, and I was just like trying to focus, and I'm just in there like shivering.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was rough.
It's like nobody has hoodies on.
No one had
Everybody's
a
in
t-shirt on.
shirts and shorts.
Everyone, if you looked around the room, everyone had a t-shirt on, and their arms were inside their t-shirts. Everyone was so cold.
Yeah,
it was so funny, but.
Oh my God.
But I think it's honestly, my high school coach was also big on like doing cold showers and cold tubs like that. And I think it's also, not only is it good for recovery, but it's also a thing of like mental discipline. Like, can you control yourself through that and like push yourself through that? And a lot of people can't. Cam almost couldn't. It's been good for us, and even though we all complain about it, I think at the end of the day it's beneficial, and we all know that, and I think that's why we still do it. So.
Yeah, you love it. You love watching us.
Good team bonding.
It is team bonding.
Struggling together is a good way to bond.
True.
No, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. And you could ask me about the health benefits. I have no idea. I don't know, but you know, people take cold tubs and it works. So. And we're gonna keep rocking with it because it's been working. But you're lowballing it before every game it's more than that.
Oh yeah. But like
it's like twice a week.
Yeah, for sure. But
and it's good. It's perfect. We got 21 guys. We got 3 groups of 7.
Yeah.
And it works out. It works out awesome.
A lot of times, you gotta figure out who are those 2 or 3 that are missing that
don't want to go and are hiding in the locker room.
There has been one time that 3rd group had 9, which was crazy. Yeah.
9
fitting that the cold tub is not big enough for 9.
That's kind of on me because I let the 1st group and the 2nd group go with 6 each. So, but you know they're lollygagging a lot. It's time to get going.
Yeah, that's on them. All right, so really when you're in D3, the main thing that matters is conference. If you're 9-0 in non-conference and then you go into conference and lay an egg, your season's going to end as soon as conference is over. For us, obviously, we're 5-0 right now. What can we do to continue to go? This will be the last thing we touch on. Continue to go to where, and you'll be last because you have the most insight on this.
Fair enough.
What do we need to keep doing, stacking the days, things to make it where when we're in conference, because we have a tough conference, to where we can excel and hopefully extend our year farther than just conference play?
I would say for us, I'd say be more physical, mentally tough. I mean, you can never be too physical or mentally tough because I feel like in my years in the past, like when we get to conference, usually that's when we play the teams that are more physical, like in the paint, and then more mentally tough throughout the whole game. So I would just say like the teams like, Trinity and Barry, they're really disciplined. I feel like we got to build that up more and more each and every day, and you can never have too much of it to the point where we're ready to play teams like those who are going to be at the top of the conference so we can compete for the conference championship.
Yeah.
I would say there's like the level of energy that our coaches are talking about that we need to play with. I think our biggest thing is getting to that point. We're on the court and we're going 100% every single second of the game, and it is when we get tired that we make a change, and that's like how the rotation goes. The rotation should be if you're like you should be exhausted, and that's how we should be subbing guys in. But there's like that level of urgency that like that we need to be playing with, and there's a level of energy that we need to be playing with, and we play with it sometimes, but it's about stringing it together for a full game. And like Coach said, we're going to be really hard to beat if we do that. But our conference is really, really good this year. It's a tough conference. Like the SAA is pretty loaded with a lot of good teams, so that's what it's going to take. It's going to take grinding out every single second at 110% effort, and exhausting yourself to the point where you have to sub yourself out. And that's could be an ego check, but it also is like, if everyone's doing that, like, we're going to be really, really hard to beat with the level of talent that we have. So I think it's definitely getting to that level, and we're approaching that right now, which I think is really good for early on in the season.
Yeah, for me, I think RJ touched on it early. It's that 0-0 mindset. And yeah, there are good teams in our conference. There are teams that are not as good. We don't know. Like, we don't know what we're going to get from each team on each night. And I think Davion said it yesterday when I was talking to him, but he's like, it just feels like everyone's playing so hard against us. And, you know, for other coaches, when they watch us play on film and we're stressing like how hard we want y'all to play, I mean, they tell their team, like, y'all are going to have to play hard or they're going to run y'all off the court, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to play hard. So just going into every game 0-0 with the mindset of we just got to do what we got to do to win this game. Conference road games are no joke either.
Yeah, facts.
There could be a team that's 0-11 through non-conference, and then you go to their gym, and it's just a hard place to win.
Yeah.
I've been a part of those as a player and as a coach, where you go into a game, you're like, we should win this game, and then you get there and there's no juice, and then a team can beat you on any given night. And that's really is another fun thing about D3 basketball. It's like anybody can win on any given night. So just coming into that with the mindset of we have to play hard for 40 minutes. We have to, you know, keep our egos in check, and if we're tired, get out of the game so one of our teammates can come in and do the same thing that we're doing, and then just play our way. We play our way and we play hard, and we come into every game with the mindset of this is the only thing that matters right now is this 40 minutes. I think we're going to be tough to beat. But I've been a part of teams that have been involved in the whole MPI process and trying to scrape together wins to get an automatic bid. I've never been a part of a team that's won a conference championship. And Coach K talks all the time about having a chip on his shoulder and wanting to get that done. And I do too. Like, I would love to get a conference championship.
For sure.
So, but that hasn't even started yet. Right now, all that matters is just keep getting better, and we can go through all the cliches in the world, but stacking days, one day at a time. And if we can do that and just stay consistent to the process, we'll be scary by the time we hit conference. And if we can keep it rolling and keep that upward trajectory and not let the lows get too low, we can have a fun season.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that Christmas break time will be big for us. Just obviously, this is a little taste of it over Thanksgiving break, but we have a gap in games, and it's going to be about coming in every day with the right mindset to practice, just get better as we are getting ready at the start of January to get into conference play. Well, guys, thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this little mixed up that we had. We'll be back at it doing this again over Christmas break. Jordan, I love you, but I had a good time doing this without you. I'm not saying that you wouldn't have had a good time with us too, but yeah. We'll see you next week. Not exactly sure what we're going to do next week, as it's a little dead week as we're getting ready for exams, but we'll probably have something for y'all. We hope you enjoyed, and until next week, as always, go Majors.